You know what everybody wants as a parent? For their kids to have a better life than them. For them to have opportunities that we never had and be able to take advantage of them. That is kind of cliche now because a lot of people want that for the kids, but don't really know what that means. Like it means different things to different people. But when that term was first used, it meant something really different than what people feel like that means now. Like when people were really using that term, that meant they want their kid to live in a better country. They, wanted to sacrifice their freedom and safety and shit like that to, you know, get better human rights and, general services and shit. They wanted for their kids to, come up in a place with better laws and taxes and, political stuff. So they, stayed involved in the voting process and stuff. And a lot of times they also said to themselves, I want my kid to have a higher education. A lot of people these days, take that shit as, my son feet ain't touching nothing but Jordans, I'm finna put some Remy in my daughter's hair. My kid's gonna, have a passport. They ain't gonna never have to worry about, knowing they poor. And, a lot of people raise kids like that. And, I don't think they ever stop to ask themselves, is my kid a better person than me? Now, if you a person that come from struggle, if you ever like had cornflakes and water before, or, if y'all ate spaghetti 3 times in a fucking week or some shit, you know what I'm saying? When y'all was having chicken, it was nothing but fucking thighs. If you moved 19 times when you was a motherfucking kid, if you wore hand-me-down clothes as a motherfucking kid, you know what I'm saying? If, the highlight of your day was going outside when you was a kid, like, another country, no, I didn't know anything about that. When you come up and struggle, you know what I'm saying, that builds character and shit like that, you know what I mean? Like, I used to ask my father for money, and that nigga turned to me and say, motherfucker, do I look like First Wisconsin or something, nigga? I knew not to ask dude for money out the gate. And I worked for the man, so, I knew the value of work. Do your kids know the value of work? Do your kids know the value of a dollar? Both my grandmothers and everybody else who I knew grandmother was an old lady at the time that we met them till the time they died. You know what I'm saying? And they had old school values that they passed to their kids and shit. And you knew their kids inherit by it because, your mama used to be around them all the time. You see them and shit. Do your kids have that? You know what I'm saying? Do they have positive role models and shit? You know what I mean? Do they have good interactions with people in their neighborhood or people at school? You know what I'm saying? A lot of that, I said on a stat before, and I said it in a funny way like I do everything else, but, really I be serious. When I say if you got a kid 18, 19, 20 years old that's living in your house and shit, and they still in their same bedroom with the carpet and the windows and the nice furniture and shit, fuck that shit. You fit to go to the basement or the fucking attic. You know what I'm saying? Like, birds fucking push their babies out of a nest. And them little motherfuckers be hurling to the ground. They be getting ready to crash and they take off flying. Now, them little birds wouldn't knew that they can fucking fly if the mama never pushed them out that fucking nest. You don't know what your kids are capable of because they never been fucking tested. If you want to take money, you know what I'm saying, and do something fancy for your kids, put some money up for a college education. Or if they ain't the college type, here, take this money and get out of my house. But if you figure into yourself that you want your kids to have a better life than you got to think about what would actually make their life better. You know what I'm saying? A lot of you niggas be talking about, I don't vote, fuck that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, why? You know, they next. They gonna have to deal with taxes and laws and all of this shit. Why wouldn't you vote? You know, you think about, you know what I'm saying, making the elementary school shit glamorous. Put some money away for them to afford a college education so they don't be paying Sally Mae until they 50 fucking 5. You know, some of us ain't college material. I dropped out of college 5 times, but, you know, I can build a fucking house from the ground up. I've been a barber since I was a child. I know how to cook. I know how to do a lot of things because I have intelligence. You know, being smart and being intelligent, 2 different things. You know, being smart just means you know a lot of shit. Being intelligent means you process information fast. You know, you can be shown something one time and that's all you need, you know. So if your kids don't have values like what $1 means, what work means, what being poor means, what being independent means, you're really not making them a better person than you are.